Welcome back, guys, to another video. My name is Maku.
Hello guys, Kobayashi.
And today we're going to be discussing Season 3, Episode 3 of Mob Psycho. Want to go and start it off for us, Kobayashi?
So the very first scene, we see Tsubumi, and she's just talking to her two friends. And then suddenly she sneezes, and she gets snot all over her face and her hands.
And the two friends wanted to, basically see, or they were asking her, why are you covering your face? Why are you covering your face? Let me see your face. But as Kobayashi stated beforehand, she had snot all over her face, so she obviously did not want them to see that because she felt like they were gonna humiliate her in front of like a bunch of people, just show everyone that look, this is her with a bunch of snot on her face. So what ended up happening was that Mob, off the corner of his eye, he ended up seeing, oh, she's in trouble. So he ended up telling the two ugly girls, if we're being honest, they told her, oh, the teacher's actually calling you too. So then we see Mob getting closer to...
So Mob gets closer to Tsubumi, and then basically he offers her a napkin. She's like, oh, this is like the first time in a while that we've been talking to each other. Mob's like, oh yeah.
And then as we all know, he's extremely fond of her, so he ended up getting really giddy. And then it pans to this next scene.
So it's after school, Mob is walking down, and then he bumps into the two girls. The first girl is from the journalist club, and the other girl's from the UFO club. And basically they're just fighting over him like, oh no, I want to hang out with him on Sunday. She's like, no, I already have plans with him on Sunday. And then Mob, he's getting really giddy like Maku said. But they came to a conclusion where they both can share him on Sunday. And then another girl pops up. She's the girl from season 2. And she goes up to Mob and says, oh wow, Mob, you're really popular. And then Mob, you want to explain this, Maku?
Yeah, so Mob instantly got he started doubting her. And he ended up talking to his brother because they ended up eventually bumping into each other. And they said, oh, could you actually lend me an ear? And he said, yeah, what's the problem? And Mob said, I think I'm actually becoming popular. And then it pans to him just like having this like Giga Chad face.
So the next scene, Mob, he enters his house, and then he sees Dimple. And he hasn't seen Dimple in a while, so he asks Dimple, oh, where you been at? Dimple's like, oh yeah, I've been places. And then Dimple suggests to Mob, hey Mob, have you heard about the new cult? And Mob's like, I guess I have heard of the new cult. Actually, I might become their founder. And then Dimple's like, oh yeah, that's great. Maybe me and you, we can become the new founders. Mob is like, me and you? No, it's gonna be me. I noticed too, Dimple, you've been stealing the powers from the divine tree. And then Dimple, he's just outraged, and then he just like storms off. Or he just fades away, essentially, from the house.
Yeah.
And then moving on to the next scene, Mob, he goes to work, and then he sees Reagan and Serizawa. And then Mob tells Reagan that he's becoming popular, and then Reagan, he's like, oh wow, that's good for you, Mob. And Mob tells him that he's on a date, essentially, with two girls on Sunday, and then Reagan's really proud of him. He's like, you know what, you can take the rest of the day off, and here's 500 yen. Mob gets extremely happy for that, and then he's just walking down, trying to buy a new shirt for his date on Sunday, essentially. And then when he's walking down trying to find a new shirt, he bumps into the other Esper user, and basically those two, they're just trying to find a shirt for Mob. So they go to different stores, but he can only do so much with 500 yen. So they end up deciding going with this like monkey banana shirt, and which was like a bright yellow. They end up buying it, and then Mob returns home, and he's just getting ready for Sunday. And then Sunday comes along, he's getting dressed up, but then his brother notices. He's like, hey Mob, are you sure you want to go out with that shirt? And Mob is like, oh no, I think I look fine. And his brother said, alright, whatever you say, I'm just warning you, essentially.
So I ended up going out with that banana shirt, and well, unfortunately, he actually got stood up because actually no one ended up popping up. So neither the girl nor the other girl. And then it quickly pans to the next screen where they're at the divine tree, and there's a bunch of like espers just there, and like cultists or whatever, planning who should be the owner of the tree, essentially. But then like a weird mob, it's like a very wrinkly mob, just pops up, and You want to give your theory on who that is?
So this weird mob proclaims that he's the founder of this divine tree. And my theory that Maku says, like, I believe is Dimple, or it might be a new character that we haven't seen.
Yeah, so like I said, we don't know who that is yet, but we'll surely find out very soon. He was basically giving his insight that since like Kobayashi was saying, that he's the owner of the tree, and what I do to this tree is my problem. And then a bunch of like people were outraged, saying, "Oh no, I should be the owner of this tree. I should be the owner of this tree." But he ended up basically shutting him up by just growing a huge broccoli out of nothing, just to signify that he is the one who created it, I guess. But in essence, that's all that pretty much happened in episode 3. As always, guys, if there's any anime you would like us to talk about, please let us know in the comments down below. Once again, my name is Maku,
Kobayashi.
and thank you.